Hey guys, what's up? Star here, and today I'm just going to show you the average game in the T37 Tier 6 American Light Tank. So, a friend of mine that I play World Tanks with, he's, I'd say, slightly below average player, and he's more of like a tank destroyer player. And he wanted to know how to play light tanks, and knowing how to play your tank just in an average game is, it's somewhat important. So I took a, first try out my T37, did this game, and I was like, hey, why not record this and show? So, anyways, if you didn't see that, so originally I was like, okay, I'm spawned over here, I'm the closest light tank here, top tier, why not? I can get up there, I can spot most tanks before they get there, but I hit the fucking rock here. So, obviously, I can't do that. So I figured, hey, let's come up here, see if we can spot any tank trying to come in here and flank our guys, here. The VK pretty much did that for me, and I realized that here in a second that the VK was there, just kind of map awareness. So yeah, I'm sitting here and just watching. And if you look on the team, they're really loaded down with mediums. They got a Cromwell, the BIS, T34, T3485, and then 2 tank destroyers and another light tank, for their tier 6 guys. And I assumed SU-100Y would go here, which I was right. And I say, look guys, once these guys were all spotted, they were all their tier 6s, I instantly knew, hey, they don't have anybody up here. Guys, let's fucking push. I was like, pinged there so they would move in. I was going to flank them. Moving up, that guy got spotted. Matilda there, this guy. This is where I goof. I goof big. And I didn't even bother with him. I figured he was shooting the VK. Cromwell gets spotted, didn't even notice him. And I was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to beat up these guys. Beat these guys up. We win this battle. These guys can push in. We have this north side. We can start flanking. And I just sit here. I sit here, take, 2 hits from him. Cromwell's stock gun, and I took advantage of that, and I bullied him. Knowing he had the stock gun, I figured, hey, he's got stock track, stock engine, he can't turn as well. So if I just outrun him, and I barely got out of there. The T50-2, he decides to eat out of there, smart play by him. So, as I sit here, my guys move up. This Artie, if you don't know the Artie, he has a short range, so he's moving up too. So my goal as a light tank was now, because I'm a 1 or 2 shot, is support everybody. Let these guys push in, and let's use, once we take this, then I can be the one out front spotting and let them do their job, because it's a Hellcat. Hellcats snipe. We got an Artie. Artie does his thing. Well, that doesn't it doesn't exactly work like that. So I decide, alright, you know what? I can't spot him. The Hellcat's not going to spot him. So I sit here hoping the Matilda would move up. I was going to get a couple shots on him. This VK starting to shoot him. Well, I wanted the VK to spot him so I could start shooting him. And he gets spotted. And, as you can see, this is what I do. You have to remember, light tanks, usually, good DPM, but you can outspot people and your camo is good. I don't want to hear anyone say any different. Your camo is usually pretty damn good. So, he gets taken out. Bad play, I just completely missed. RNG really got me. So, hey, I'm a 1-shot. I need to stay alive. We're only up by 3. We can still lose this game. SU-100Y and T-3485. They're both great tanks. They can carry. Game's still alive. So I know, hey, okay, they're here. 100Y probably fell back, defended base. We'll see. Anyways, T-34 is here. I go to find Artie. Once we get the Artie out, then we know, hey, we won. You got their base. And what's great about light tanks is you can do anything. I could run in, get cap, or I could run past, get Artie, or I could just flank and use my DPM and get down that SU-100Y. And you'll see what I do, but honestly, the T37 is just so amazing. I really should have, from the beginning of the match, instead of going here, because you should play the T37 relatively aggressively. I should have pushed up here, got in here, and used my DPM, and just helped assist this, and then help assist this, and flank the north. Again, it works out well, but yeah. So we take the north, we take the south. T-34, 85s know where we spotted. We hop on cap, and of course, he's at our cap. Boy, yeah, this is pretty much the game. We outcap him, obviously. But when you're playing a light tank in top tier, remember, one, you're still a light tank. Don't be too aggressive. Don't take too many hits. You can't take a lot of hits because you don't have the hit points. You know, you don't have 750 hit points, 700, whatever, that a medium tank would have. You have 100 less, which at this tier is an extra shot. So you need to be careful with that. Remember, you have a fast gun, good DPM. It's okay to not constantly drive around. You saw my game. I wasn't driving around all the time. And actually, this is what we ended up doing. Top damage on the team. Fire for effect, Hand of God. But, you know, it's just, you don't have to move around all the time. And, see, look. Sniping. Almost 100% shooting. You know, and it's just from sniping. And look at other tanks that sniped. You know, there's nothing wrong with a light tank sniping. And remember, your camo is always the same when you're on the move as it is sitting still, unless, you know, you have binox, or not binox, a camo net. But the most important thing is, light tanks are there to assist your team. You need to look at the other team, look at your team, look where you need to go, adjust yourself to other light tanks. I didn't go completely north. I could have still went for it, but there was a leopard up there that would have spotted that. So I went to the middle to spot that, to see, you know, who was flanking my south. You know, giving them the view of how the game would turn out. And you need to remember that when you're playing light tanks, you don't always have to spot. You don't always have to, you know, light tanks are good at spotting, yes. But you really need to do what's best for your team. If you need to step up and do the damage because you have a good DPM, do it. If you need to sit back, snipe, do it. If you need to, you know, sit in one little spot and spot them all, not fire a single shot, you know, let your camo do the work, let your view range do the work, do it. Light tanks are really good assets. And that game, you couldn't really tell. But at the end of the match, if, you know, it's two heavies versus a heavy, a light tank, and an arty, the heavy and light tank arty will probably win because, one, the heavy can hopefully stall and not take a lot of damage while you're holding off the other two heavies, but you can spot. You can spot for your arty. You can flank. Shoot them in the ass, you know, being an annoying little pest. And like you saw in that match when I went to the north, that's what I was doing. I was shooting those guys in the back and being a little pest. And that's what light tanks are meant for. You're there to assist your team. Even look, only had 200 assisted damage, 1600, and that's okay. Only spotted 3 people, and that, yeah, I think that should have been better. But I ended up spotting that guy in the middle, like I wanted to, and this guy in the middle too, like I was designed to do. I didn't spot him until I moved up, still. But yeah, you know, for all these people out there who don't know how to play a light tank, this is me, the average player, telling you, just play your tank, your light tank around your team. You know, you can have the speed to move around. If north is fine, assist to south. If south is fine, you know, assist anywhere you need to be. And be aware of your minimap. You always need to look at the minimap. If you see, hey, they got 2 light tanks down there, I don't need to be down there, don't go down there. Go somewhere else. Spot for Artie. Spot for this other guy. You know, if there's a guy by himself, go assist him. Spot for him. Run in front. Spot. Then you can go back to do what you was doing. Just let him, you know what's coming. But, yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Hopefully you learned something. If you didn't, I apologize. Like I said, I'm just the average player. But yeah, ciao.